Okay, we're back. I swapped out some of the bushings for these pieces of nylon. What that's for is when we start to finish, you don't want to glue your mandrels to your bushings to the mandrels, right? Okay, so this is micro mesh. I don't know how I cannot tell you what the actual brand is. I'm not sponsored, so I really shouldn't be endorsing people. But this is very, 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 very fine sandpaper. I just go through these grits after the 400 on the regular sandpaper. And you may be wondering, is this really necessary to go? I think this is about 9,000 grit. I think it is, and I learned this from one of my friends who is a pen turner, and he sells $350 pens, and he said it's important, so I'm going to believe him. And you can see what it's doing, right? This is halfway through the 9 different grits. This is probably like 4,000 or 5,000 grit. So you can see what it's doing, right? It makes it very, 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 very smooth. Yeah, it's real quick. I mean, it takes less than a minute, maybe 1 minute. Okay, and we're done with that. So you stop, you take a look. A lot of times what happens is at this point in time, any scratches like that show up. And if you want to sell this for lots of money, I go back and do it. And I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to go back and do it. Okay, I went back and I redid the sanding, and now it's I'm happy. So basically we're going to go through a real quick how to do a super glue finish. Okay, these are just the blue shop towels. If you look at people doing this on the internet, they use gloves. If you want, you can use gloves. This is very thin. Put it on, go through, that's it. And you can see what it does, right? And if you want to use gloves, that's fine. I don't, obviously, and I do have a good reason. I've used gloves before, and if you're a little bit slow and the glue hardens on your glove, what happens is your glove gets torn, part of your glove gets torn off and sticks to your blank, and now you got to sand this piece of rubber glove off, which, trust me, doesn't sand off very easily or well, or yeah, so you lose a lot of time. So I just use my fingers and I suffer if the piece of blue towel gets stuck on my finger. It's just part of the risk and reward. So this first coat is very, very important in my opinion. I never use accelerator on this. I usually take a break. I normally make 10 pens at once, so what normally I would do is I would do one stage and one stage and get all 10 done to the same stage, and then I'll rotate all the pens out, so I have lots of time. But this one needs to, I like it to air dry. If you spray accelerator on some super glues too quickly, what it does is it makes it all whitey and cloudy, and yeah, then you'll have to sand all of that off. Sometimes you might not be able to get all of that white cloudy stuff out. So this very first coat I always let dry, and I let it dry for about 15 minutes. Play a game on the internet or something. Anyway, we will be back. Okay, this is something that I just bought. It's brand new. It uses the lathe and the tailstock to assemble your pen, right? Man, I should have thought of this a long time ago, because yeah, this is a good thing. So remember your little match marks. So this goes inside, right? So the pen cap goes on here, or the other end of the pen. This is the one with the ding, which I can't seem to find right now, so maybe that doesn't have the ding. Okay, so I lost the ding. Anyway, if you did have a ding, like I pointed out earlier, yeah, then you would hide the ding with the, one more time, let me try and find it. Hide the ding with the pen, oh, there it is. Alright, so now that I know where it is, find your match mark for, okay, it goes that way. So you want to put, goes in the center, so you want to put it on the press that way. There's that ding. This is the pen clip. And like I said, this is brand new. This is the very first time I'm using this, so it'll be a learning experience for both of us. Pretty nifty. I actually have a regular, no, that ain't gonna work. A regular pen press that I normally use. Like I said, this is the first time I'm using this. At least that doesn't go there. That has a cone, so what happened was the cap wouldn't stay in there correctly. Man, I should stop this because I lost my little ding. Yeah, I can say that this is cheap. When I started out, I tried virtually everything under the sun to assemble these pens. I used this large C-clamp. I've used caulking guns. I used quick clamps. I used everything that you have in your shop. Ended up finally using my 6-inch machinist vise, which weighs about 85 pounds. I made some custom jaws for it, so I used that for the longest time. Long story short, what you want to do is you want to, actually, if you're going to make a lot of pens, you want to invest in a pen press and not try and experiment with all of those different things. So this is actually probably what this is for. Okay, so remember your little match marks, yeah? Well, I hope I got it on the right side, but that's okay. We'll see. Oh, sure, I put it on the right side. Okay. So that's probably what that is for. Because the headstock side has a cone, so hopefully maybe that lines up that part of the pen. Yeah, this works pretty good. I'm happy. And this is your transmission, right? Yeah, that's cheap. So one of the things that you do need to check before anything is, before you assemble this, you want to make sure that your pen, I'm just pushing it in there. Make sure that your pen transmission works, right? So it should go in and out, right? And you want that out. You don't want it in. See if I can go. So if you have it in like that, and you go and assemble it, it'll smash that. And I can guarantee you that happens. And I'm not going to tell you that I did that already. And this is also how you adjust how much your pen nib sticks out of your pen. And when you do this one, you really got to get it lined up straight. Maybe I should show you my pen press. This is a lot easier. Okay, so before you assemble it all together, almost all of these come with a protective cap on your ink. Take that off so it'll go through the tip there. Okay, so it's not coming out right. So basically, you gotta go press it in some more. I did that on purpose, by the way. Normally I know how this goes. So basically, if the pen the pen ink doesn't come out enough, put it back in and you re-smash that in. And personally, that's what I like. Some people, they like more, and the person that I'm turning this for likes more pen sticking out, so I'm going to put more pen sticking out. Just make sure that it's not. Alright, and we're done. See, there's more pen sticking out now. All right, match the grain. Nice pen. So, yeah, you need to buy a lot of things: the chuck, your pen mandrel, your pen saver on the end, drill chuck, drill bit chuck, drill bits, the pen end cap reamer, the pen end mill reamer, assembly of some sort, but this pen kit sells for $3 less, or $3 or so. Like I said, you can sell these anywhere from $25 to $30. Do the math. It doesn't take very long for you to pay for your lathe. When I first started, I stopped counting after 700, but I've turned hundreds and hundreds of pens, and I paid for my lathe in a heartbeat. And these are not the only things you can turn, and this will get you started. With this, you can turn. Have it in a magnet thing, but you can turn different projects, keychains, magnifying glasses. With this lathe, you can do all kinds of little projects, and all of them can sell for money, $30, $40 at a time. It all adds up. So, yeah. Start turning. This is fun. Aloha, thank you. Okay, so while I was gone, I put about 5 coats of CA. I sand between every 2 coats. I put 2 coats of CA. I sand with 600 grit or 400 grit. Put 2 more coats and sand. I put 1 final coat, and I sanded through the grits with the micro mesh. And I put a very thin coat of thin. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go sand again. There's people that don't think that this is necessary. It's up to you. Sometimes, even if you be very careful and applying the very last finish coat, so to speak, you may or may not get some drips and dips and stuff. So I just go until I see the color change like it is, right? I don't go through all of the grits on this, because the more you sand, the less finish you have, right? So that's 3. You can see the color change, right? That's 4. Now I'll stop and look. Oh, so there's a ding there. That's fine. When you have an imperfection like this, what you need to do is fix it, or I'll tell you a cheat way. Use this as your top and put the pen clip on top of that, and nobody will see it. Okay, so after you go through some of the grits with the micro mesh, it'll be time to do the actual finish, shining finish. One of the things that you do not want to do is you do not want to use cotton, cut up a t-shirt and use cotton to apply the super glue, because cotton does something to super glue, I don't know what, but it essentially makes it cure really, really, really fast. This is a combination diatomaceous earth, some abrasive. This is Yorkshire grit. There's a lot of people a lot of different companies out that make a similar product. Basically, it's sanding paste. That's one application, and this is 2. it. And this is polishing. I'm not using the grit anymore. I always use, sorry. Oh yeah, did I mention why I'm not under my koa tree is because it's wet and rainy out, and yeah, there you go. So, and I got a contract to do all of these pens soon, so there's that thing. Yeah, I don't know what caused that. I didn't drop the pen or anything, but that's the finish. Let me do it one more time. I'll put some grit back on. Because this is the beauty of this is you can stop and start, and if you're not happy, start again. If you really wanted to, I really should, but I'm not going to. Sand that little ding out. It's barely noticeable. You might not ever see it, but I did. Okay, so, and that's how you finish the pen. Alright, we'll be back. I'm gonna stop and we're gonna put this together.